Hello, I'm here with Daphne Wightman of the Tuesday Afternoon Ladies League, and wonderful to have you. Daphne, maybe we can start off the interview if you can just tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an Ottawa girl, born and raised here, and went to school here, got into golf, well, not as a kid, let's just put it that way. And but Stu was always encouraging me to get involved, and so finally I did. And of course, I loved the sport. So,
So you grew up in Ottawa.
Yes.
You went to school here.
I did. I went to St. Pat's College.
Wow.
And Ottawa U, and yeah. So that was my beginning career until little ones came along.
Well, I remember a couple of those little ones because I was a vice principal at the school they're at. How what is your family? Can you talk a bit about that?
We have 3 boys and a daughter, and I guess the older boys
Yeah.
and I like to tease you about the nickname you got
I
from
know.
them, Shazam. And so they're all on their own now and with families of their own, and it's really great to see. We have 10 grandchildren, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. So I guess a lot of people would like to know, exactly how did you get into golf?
Well, as I said, Stu encouraged me to get into golf, and after we were first married, he was going off to play golf by himself, and I thought, what kind of game takes this long? So I thought, well, I better join him at this or I'm going to be at home a lot. So that's how I got into golf. Yeah, so.
Okay, so you're playing a little golf. What made you decide to come to Carleton?
Well, somebody recommended that we come here because they said it's really a couples club. And Stu had been playing at Highlands, and he was not very impressed with how they were running things, so we thought we'd come out here and try. And from the very first, we really liked it. I was a little shy, and it took me a while to get into playing in the ladies' leagues, but oh wow, the number of leagues and the number of events, social events, it was truly a club to meet everybody's expectations, we thought. So that's, and we've been members since 1986.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've seen a lot. You've seen the old clubhouse. You've seen the new clubhouse. You've seen a lot of things.
We were here before the clubhouse burned down. And you want to talk about people going into action. We never missed a beat. We played out of trailers put in the parking lot, which were the I guess what passed was for locker rooms, and we had a makeshift patio out back, and that's why that hedge is there, because it was the boundary for where you could drink and not drink. So yeah, so
and that's a good segue into a series that we're going to be doing later on Carleton at 60. We'll get into that. We are going to revisit a lot of those events that happened in Carleton in the past. Okay, we've talked a lot about you getting here and your family. We got to talk about the Tuesday Afternoon Ladies League. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, well, it's one of the many things I volunteered for, because one of the things that we also learned from becoming members here is a super culture of volunteerism, and you know that because you do quite a bit of it. So we got involved. For my part, I won't talk about Stu, but he's been involved too. For my part, I served a couple of terms on the board, the main board. I also was on the executive of the Ladies Association, and I still am now, and captained and occasionally got to play when I qualified on both the regular intersectionals and the senior intersectionals. So from that, I thought, well, this would be a good, in my more senior years, this would be a good segue, is to help out with the Just for Fun golf on a Tuesday afternoon. So, we made it through COVID and still had a good membership, 57 last year, 57 this year, and, membership has changed a bit. So we play a nine, like men's league, we play 9 holes, but most people go on to play 18. And then we come in and pretty well everybody stays for dinner then. Our games are, well, they're just for fun, you know, like throw out your 2 worst holes or number 1 putts. But we also include things like low net, the low net of the week, and a seasonal low net we have, which is, you know, an extra $20. The main fee is $40 to belong to the club, but if you want to the league, but if you want to play in the season long event, excuse me, then there's that too. And this year we've been really lucky because thanks to Judy Scaife, we now have a sponsor. And this sponsor, which is Viva, a retirement community in Barrhaven, and they have sponsored both the morning league and the afternoon league. So we offer games like closest to the pin and you know, closest to the 150 and other things that we give money out from what Viva has given us.
Right.
So
very good. Well,
yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What are your future events that you're looking forward to in the month of June, July, and August?
So in the past, and that would be 3 or 4 years that we've been at this, so it hasn't been long. We have decided that we need to give people a quality experience. That's one of the themes of the Ladies Association this year. And so one of the things that our league volunteered to do was to run every now and again a draw. In other words, you know, we put people together who wouldn't normally play together. Usually they played in their own foursome, but this time we'll mix them up so that the new people get to know the way things work and get to know other people. So that's how we plan to do it this year, and then we'll keep track on how much that works.
Right. Yeah, I was said before, like it seems to be a theme of the ladies' leagues that it's a much more social event. You guys tend to make sure everybody gets to know each other, whereas the men tend to stick with one another, the same groups every week. So that's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and especially for women just coming into the club. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the?
Well, we have a social side to this too. You know, we come in after golf, and usually everybody stays for dinner, and we have Tyler come in to do the pro shop draw, and that's a lot of fun. And then there are other volunteers who want to make announcements about what their groups are doing too. So we'll get people say, for example, you know, don't forget about the women's member guest. It's on such and such a date. Here's the cost and whatever. So, and also sometimes we talk about people's milestones. So-and-so, you know, had their best score ever on number 8. They birdied it. So then, you know, everybody's enthused about that. So, yeah.
That's great. So, anything else you'd like to add before we go?
I just think that we've been through COVID and we're starting a new year, and I think things I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, because so far we haven't really had much of a chance to play because of weather, but we'll get there. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Daphne, and I look forward to putting you on our Carlton at 60 series at some point. We're going to be doing a lot of vignettes about Carlton, and certainly you and Stu will be a major part of that. Thank you very much for coming today.
You're welcome, John. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.